Our guest on Big Game Bound this week is one of the best ever to play the position of running back. Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams joins us from Los Angeles. Ricky, you won the Heisman back in 1998 and then took home the MVP award at the 1999 Hula Bowl after your career at Texas. The Hula Bowl makes its return in 2020, and you're on the ballot for the Hula Bowl Hall of Fame. What do you remember from that game and your experience 20 years ago?
Yeah, well, the first thing I remember is, my coaches and my agents were telling me not to play in the game because, it was really just for fun and there was too much of a risk of me getting hurt. And I said, I love college football, and to me the Hula Bowl is a major part of my college football experience, and so I'm going to play. And I remember, during the game, Coach Price was trying to make sure he didn't give me the ball too much, but we were competitive, and the game got close towards the end, and he kept feeding me, and we were able to pull away and come up with the victory. So I really was put in a position where I could be the MVP, and it was a great way to end my college football experience.
All right, fans can vote for Ricky Williams for the Hula Bowl Hall of Fame at hulabowl.com. Now, Ricky, you're a Heisman Trophy winner, so you get a vote. The Heisman Trophy comes out in a couple of weeks here. Who's on your radar?
I'm fortunate. I cover the Texas Longhorns for Longhorn Network, and so I had a chance to see a couple of Heisman hopefuls up close and personal. Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts, I got to see play in person, and they're 1 and 2 on my Heisman list.
All right, 4 weeks left in the regular season. With what you've seen so far, what's the ultimate matchup for the Super Bowl in Miami?
I'm going to go with two of my former teams, the Ravens and the Saints.
What do you like about those two teams?
Well, I think right now, I think in the course of a football season, in order to make it to the end, you got to have some kind of magic. And I think what the Saints have been doing, the way they survived Drew Brees' injury and really thrived, and they feel like they're on the uptick. And I'm just blown away with Lamar Jackson and the energy and juice he brings to that Ravens team. And John Harbaugh is a hell of a coach, and he's got a quarterback. Watch out for the Ravens.
Ricky, I want to go back to the Saints for a minute. They've had 2 seasons in a row end just in horrible fashion. How have they, and what does it say about the team that they've been able to continue on this track and still succeed, where a lot of other teams, when things like this have happened or they've knocked on the door to the Super Bowl, they just have these big letdowns in the coming years?
Well, it's really about the organization. And a lot of times, I think another team that's similar are the Patriots. And playing for Miami and having to play the Patriots every year, they're consistent. They're going to be competitive. They're going to be good year in and year out. And part of it has to do with scouting and talent, but I think it's the system and getting people to buy into the system. And when you have a leader at the quarterback position like Drew Brees or Tom Brady, it makes it easy for everyone to buy in. And I think it's their system. I mean, you make a good point. I think of teams where success is new to them. The system isn't in place, and so they'll have up years and down years. And a good example are the Rams, the home team here. And I think everyone expected so much more from the Rams. But sometimes when success is new to you, you forget how to do it.
Ricky, running back used to be such a glamour position. Now you're seeing teams cut ties with them after initial contracts or go to the running back cut by committee. Top backs aren't getting the type of money that other top position players are getting. Is this an injustice?
Well, I think it's part of the evolution of the game, and I still think running back is a crucial situation. I still think the best football players on the team play running back, but I just think right now it's not the flavor of the generation right now. And I think the position will come back around, but right now it's a wide open passing game, and I'm having fun watching running backs. Because you're going to need a running game in the playoffs, but it's fun watching running backs do well in the passing game.
As a running back, you took a pounding, and you've been very open about cannabis use. Now you've started your own health and wellness company doing work with CBD. Tell me about this part of life after football, and how did cannabis help you?
Yeah, well, cannabis has helped me in a lot of different ways. And I think the first way, which is kind of taboo for people, is to talk about THC and that it alters your mind. And I think I was in a place in my life where I needed my mind to be altered to get back on track, and cannabis really helped me. And as far as CBD, it's great. It's great for taking care of our bodies. It's a safer alternative to taking NSAIDs and opioids. And I had a lot of interesting and different interests towards the latter part of my career, like Ayurveda and herbalism and Chinese medicine and yoga and astrology. And now that I'm done playing football, I can devote all my time to pursuing those interests. And so, my days are filled with a lot of reading and a lot of studying and a lot of creating wonderful cannabis products for people.
So if Roger Goodell came to you and asked, what should we do going forward, your answer would be?
Well, I would say first of all, I'd say a lot of the players are already using it. You might as well, find ways to support them using it and do research, support research to help find as many feasible ways to help players take care of themselves as possible. I think first and foremost, that's what the NFL owes to the players, is to give us, any reasonable means to be able to take care of ourselves. Because like you said, football is a brutal sport, and I can speak firsthand of it.
What did you love about the sport? Why did you just keep coming back and playing?
What I loved about football was it's one of those things in life where you can constantly get better, and you're expected to get better. My favorite part of playing football was practice, and to see the development of myself and my teammates over the course of a season, over the course of their career. I'm just really obsessed with getting better and working towards excellence, and football gave me a great outlet for that.